Not to say Anthony Joshua couldn't win me. So we're supposed to fight at 1:45. He's arriving at 1:30. What does that mean?
So they wanted to keep you anxious, drag it on.
Every time that we're going to do something in the fight week, whether it's media, they're going to pick me up and then I get there, have to wait like 1 hour and a half before he arrives. Dewey Cooper, he said, oh, he started to get really mad, upset about it. Like, yes, this is how they do to get fighter tired. But at the time, I didn't know what was going on, you know. So I'm like, no, come relax, Dewey, it's okay. You know, I didn't know until we get to the fight day. Fight day, receive an email, pick up time. I mean, this is one thing among others. Pick up time, 10:30 from the hotel. And then when they say 10:30, by 10:20, there's a car in your door waiting. We go to the supposedly fight time, between midnight to 1 a.m. We get to the arena, 10:45. There's a producer coming to the locker room. Say, oh, guy, we are running late on the broadcast. Now we're gonna go around 1:45 each. I'm like, okay, 1:45. It's 10:45, 3 hours. It was around 1:30 that Anthony Joshua arrived. I saw him. I'm like, so we're supposed to fight at 1:45. He's arriving at 1:30. What does that mean? It's going to, so
they're playing games
until we fight at 3:30. We leave
the
locker room at 3:30. I have been in Saudi for almost 2 months, training to fight between midnight and 1. That was my training time. By 2, 3, I'm
so they wanted to keep you anxious, drag it on, psychologically put it in your head. You don't know when you're going to fight.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
But even at that time, I didn't know what was happening.
Right.
It was after everything that I'm like, what's going on? Because I get to the point that I was so tired. I was in the locker room, eating meat, then sit down, feeling asleep. Then I tell Eric Nixick, like, bro, something wrong. I'm asleep. I feel like I want to sleep. Like, I'm sweating. But we just keep doing. Not to say Anthony Joshua couldn't win me. You know, I think if there's somebody that you can lose against him, he is the guy, you know, and he's one of the best of doing it, you know. And this is definitely not on him because he wasn't the guy that was sending all those emails, was organizing. So I'm not blaming about anything. But the organization, bro, nah, they did quite some stuff that wasn't fair. Which on the Tyson fight was perfect. Everything was perfect because I wasn't a threat. Nobody cares about me. Everything was organized. We get there in the locker room, I think it was 2 hours before the fight properly. Yeah. So then I'm like...
Well, Anthony Joshua is a veteran, you know. He's been in the boxing game for a long time, and he knows all the different tricks. They also obviously very much prepared for your style. They saw you fight Tyson Fury, so they had tape on you. Tyson Fury did not have boxing tape. He didn't have any footage to study. But Anthony Joshua did, and it was very clear that he knew you had certain tendencies, and there were certain things that you did with the Tyson Fury fight that he exploited in his fight.
Maybe. And then I think he's capable to figure out everybody. I think he's capable to win everybody. But in this case, I feel like in some ways, they stand on my way a little bit.
They stood in your way.
Yeah.
So they played some games.
Yeah.
Well, they wanted to get the most advantage possible, you know, that's smart. If you're their coach, their manager, that's what I would do too.
But it wasn't their coach that was organizing the fight.
So you think it's the organization itself, that they set everything up in his favor?
The organization. I mean, yes, his team was part of organization because it was Queensberry and Mushroom. Those emails was coming from there.
So those are the people that told you to get there 3 hours earlier than you needed to be?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the people that were sending the 5-week schedule. and every day we send everything like pick up time. That's the program.
So something wasn't right on, forget about the punches he landed.
Yeah.
Something else was wrong. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, something was wrong.
Did it feel like something was wrong, like maybe you were poisoned or maybe you were drugged?
Playing fatigue.
Fatigue.
Yeah.
So just fatigue.
Yeah, on the fatigue aspect.
Yeah. Well, this is also an aspect of experience, right? Because this is only your second professional boxing fight. And, there's things that people do. Like, they do very intelligent things to, like, Gervonta Davis, when he fought Ryan Garcia, he made him rehydrate. He made him dehydrate, get down to a low weight, and then there was a clause in the contract where he couldn't gain more than 10 pounds before the fight itself. So he went into the fight dehydrated. Smart for a guy like Gervonta, who's a huge puncher. So there's things that, like, experienced professionals that have been in the game a long time will get a fighter to agree to that's not in their best interest. And then there's things that they can do to you, like make you wait all day and make you wait around, which will fatigue you.
Yeah, but there wasn't a thing or something in the contract that was forcing me to do something. The only thing was like to show up on time.
Right.
So that was everything. Because like before all that, the week before sparring, everything feels good. I spar way more better, way more stronger than what I did on the Fury fight.
Right.
Even my sparring partner was different at that time. On the Fury fight, we were getting somebody in maybe after the 6 or 8 rounds just to weigh me down, but the quality of the boxing wasn't that impressive, right? Here, it was different, and I was able to hold. I know that if I had to fall, he would take a little more to get me down.
Well, Anthony Joshua's a big puncher. He's a big puncher, and he's fast. He's fast, and he's a one-punch knockout puncher, as opposed to Tyson Fury can knock guys out with one punch, but really he wears guys out. He beats guys up and then takes them out later, like the Deontay Wilder fight. Like, he beats them up and then he takes them out. Whereas Joshua can take people out with one shot. He's a much bigger, physically much more powerful guy.
No, I agree with that, and I knew that.